Okay, so everyone should have a green packet. McLean, please be quiet. Okay, everyone should have a green packet. All right, your name should be on the front. This is just a really short packet. It is still part of graphing lines. Okay, so we will only be using this week. Okay, turn, what, Jake? There are 22 pages. There are some like your homework's in here too. We will not be doing all these pages. Okay? All right, turn to the first page. Okay, section 4.8, okay? I'm going to be giving you a scenario, okay, and you will be finding the x and y intercepts. All right, first one, example 1. This is going to start off exactly like what you just did on your test, okay? The temperature was -2 degrees Fahrenheit, but it rose 1 degree Fahrenheit every 2 hours. A lot different than the weather we've been having. Okay, what's x and y variable, Jenna? Good. Hours and degrees. Okay, go ahead, write your equation down for it. Okay, Chris, what's the equation? Good. Y equals 1 over 2x minus 2. Okay, graph that equation. So you'd label hours and degrees. Lou, where do you start the graph?
-2.
Correct.
0, -2.
Correct. Down 2. Then where do you go, Lou?
Then you go up 1 on the y-axis,
Uh-huh.
right 2.
Good. Up 1, right 2.
Also known as rising 1.
Correct. Up 1, rise 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. Okay, make your line. All right. Okay, first question, letter D. At hour 0, what was the temperature? At hour 0, what was the temperature? Go ahead. Okay, -2 degrees. Good. All right, what would the ordered pair be for that? Paige? Good. 0 hours, -2 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, what is that you just found? That is called the what? Jake? Good. That is the y-intercept. Okay, nothing new yet. All right, next question. At what hour is the temperature 0 degrees? At what hour is the temperature 0 degrees? Brett? 6 hours. No. At what hour is the temperature 0 degrees? You counted the dots wrong? I know, counting dots is difficult. Okay, all right. Did I mess up on the graph? Up 1, right 2. Uh-huh. Up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. That was Lou's fault. He gave me that graph. Okay. Now, is that why you got that wrong, Brett? Because of my graph? Okay. All right. Well, whatever it was, it should be 4. Okay, so at hour number 4, it is 0 degrees outside. What is the ordered pair for that? What is the ordered pair? Zoe? 4, 0. What would be your labels? 4? Okay, hour 4 and 0. All right, what is this called? What is this called that you just found, Mackenzie? Very good. Okay, this is the x-intercept. All right, that is the new part. Looking at your answers for letter D and E, okay, what's different or the same about the x and y intercept? What's the difference between the two? Lewis?
Y-intercept is for x equals 0. Now get this.
Okay.
X-intercept
Okay, very good, right. Awesome. Right. Flip your page. Okay. You see a chart there? Okay, on the difference between y and x intercept. Go ahead right now and fill out as much of that as you can. Okay, going over your answers. Y-intercept. Tara, that is where what? Correct. That's the point where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, x-intercept what, McLean? Okay, right. It's the point where it crosses the x-axis. Okay, on the graph, for your graph, draw any old line. Doesn't matter. Where? Okay, where would I put my point at, Chris, for the y-intercept? Okay, good. And where do I put the x dot? Where it crosses the x-intercept. Good. All right, from an equation. So if I'm giving you, like, if I give you the equation y equals 3x plus 7, as an example, how could you find what the y-intercept is? I know you know. You said before. What would you do? We would substitute what? McLean? You would substitute x in place of y. So you would do x equals 3x plus 7. That's what you're telling me. What would you want now? Anyone else? Help her out. What can we do in an equation? Okay, guys, look back. Whenever we did, this was y-intercept. Okay, what was always the value of x, Jake? Yeah, for y-intercept, what's the value of x? It's always 0. Okay, and when we do x-intercept, what's always the value of y, Paige? 0. Okay, so now filling in that chart, McLean, what are we substituting in? 0 in place of x. Okay, it's always the opposite of what you would think. Okay, substitute 0 in place of x. Because when you want a y-intercept, you want a number for y. Okay, you don't want 0 for y. Okay, and then x-intercept, what would that be, Megan? Plug in. Good. Plug in 0 or substitute 0 in place of the y. Okay, so as ordered pairs, what would that look like as ordered pairs, Nicole? Zero for where? Good. Okay. When you find y-intercept, x is 0, and this is the y-intercept. When you find x-intercept, you put 0 in for y, and your x is going to be the x-intercept. Okay. So it's the opposite. Y-intercept, 0 in for x. X-intercept, 0 in for y. Okay. So Christina, how do you find y-intercept? Find y-intercept, you put 0 in place of the x. Okay, to find the x-intercept, you put 0 in place of the y. It's always the flip-flop of what you think. Okay, any questions on the chart? Okay, example number 2. Y equals 4x minus 8. So I'm giving you the equation. We want to find both y-intercept and x-intercept. How do you find y-intercept, Mike? Good. Okay, so put 0 right away in place of the x. Y equals 4 times 0 minus 8. So what's y equal, Mike? Okay, good. Negative 8. Do we even need to do that when it's written in this form? Bridget, why not? Right. You guys know that this is always B, this is always the y-intercept. Okay, now to find the x-intercept, Zoe, what would the x-intercept look like? Plug 0 in for y. Okay, so what would your equation look like? y equals 4x minus 8, putting 0 in place of this y right here. Okay, McLean, how would you solve that for x? Okay, you can't subtract 4x. Negative 4x equals negative 8. Then what would you do? Then what would you do, McLean? Whoa, McLean, you're doing much more work than you need to here. Okay, you would divide. Okay, Lou, what would be the other option?
What you would do is divide each part of the equation by what is before x. So you divide everything by 4. Right?
Okay, does anyone have an easier way that they would typically solve this? All those ways are right, but I'm just wondering if someone solves it differently. Zoe? Okay, I would probably add 8 to both sides. 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 equals 4x. Divide everything by 4. So your x-intercept is 2. Any of those other ways you guys said will work, okay? What? Okay. All right. So if you prefer to do either McLean's way or Lou's way or my way, which is the easiest, okay, you get to decide which way you'd like to do it. Okay? Questions on this one? Okay, next one. Okay, try letter B on your own. Okay, letter B. David, define y-intercept. Where do you put x? Where do you put what? If you are finding the y-intercept, what do you put in place of the x? 0. Okay, so it's y equals 10 times 0 plus 5. So what is your y-intercept, David? Ordered pair. Good, 0, 5. X-intercept. Where do you put 0, Melanie? Good, put it in place for y. Mackenzie, how would you solve this? Very good. You would subtract 5 from both sides. Negative 5 equals 10x. And then lastly, you do what, Nicole? Divide by? Not negative 5, by 10. You divide both sides by 10. So your ordered pair would be negative 1/2, comma 0, or negative 0.5, comma 0. Questions on B? Okay, letter C. Just go over the answer. What did you get for C? Megan, what's the y-intercept? Okay, and the x-intercept, Chris? Good, 20, 0. Okay, questions on C? All right, letter D. Uh-oh, what forms are written in now, Tara? Standard form, okay? I actually think this way is easier to find x and y intercepts. You can actually start to do these in your head. It kind of goes faster. For right now, we'll write them down. Okay, 2x minus 8y equals 24. To find y-intercept, where do you put the 0, Mike? To find the y-intercept, okay, right, you put 0 in place of the x. Okay, so 2 times 0 minus 8y equals 24. What happens to the 2 times 0, Jake? Jake, what happens to the 2 times 0? Okay, yeah, it just becomes 0. It cancels out. Okay, so how would you solve the last part? Chris? Good. Divide by negative 8. So you get that your y-intercept is negative 3.
Wait, what's the answer to C again? The y-intercept?
Yep. Yep. Okay, so that is the y-intercept. Okay, x-intercept, you would put 0 where, Bridget? Okay, good. Put 0 in place of the y. So you would have 2x minus 8 times 0 equals 24. What will cancel out there, Nicole? What will cancel out in that? Right, that's just going to cancel out right there. It's 0. So you're left with 2x equals 24. X-intercept is what then, Zoe? Good. X equals 12. Why I think this way is easier is because you can just, you know that this just disappears and you're left with just that. Or this just disappears and you're left with just the 2x. Questions on D? Okay, go ahead and do E and F on your own. Okay, going over your answers. Bridget, what did you get for E? 0, -3, and what? Good, 3, 0. Anyone need to see letter E? Okay, Jake, letter F. What's your y-intercept? Okay, and your x-intercept? Good, 10, 0. Anyone need to see letter F? Okay. We're going to do 2 more word problems, then we'll be done. Okay, example 3. It rained 4 inches and is going to rain 2 more inches every day. Okay, Molly, what's your x and y variable? Good, days and inches. Go ahead and write the equation down to represent that. Okay, Jenna, what's the equation? Make them positive because the inches are positive of rain. Good. Y equals 2x plus 4. All right, first question is find the x-intercept. Okay, so where do I put 0, Paige? For the x-intercept. If you want to find x-intercept, where do you put? Okay, good. Put 0 in place of the y. Okay, so 0 equals 2x plus 4. Then, Paige, what do you do? If I want to solve this for x, how do I get that x by itself? Okay, good. Subtract 4 on both sides, so you get -4 equals 2x. So what does x equal then, Paige? What's good? You're dividing both sides by 2, so the x-intercept is -2. What are the labels for that, Lou? Good. Okay, go ahead. You can guess what the meaning is. Great. Very good. This means 2 days before it rained or 2 days ago. 2 days ago, it rained 0 inches. Okay, questions on the meaning of the x-intercept? Okay, go to your y-intercept. Okay, just looking at the equation, y equals 2x plus 4, what is the y-intercept? Chris? Good, 0, 4. Labels are what, Mackenzie? Good, 0 days, 4 inches. All right, and the meaning. Go ahead and write down the meaning. This is very similar to when we did the 2 lines crossing, what that point means. Okay, so Bridget, how would you say the meaning of that? Good. On day 0, it rained 4 inches. What day is day 0? Not the first day it rained. Starting, what's another, good, okay, it's today. Day 0 is today. Okay, last part is just to graph. Right. There are two ways you could graph it. What's one way that you could graph this? Chris? Okay, using your x and y intercept, is that what you're saying? Okay, that's fine. So one way is to go 0 days and up 4 inches. Okay, that's the y-intercept. Okay, the x-intercept was -2, 0. Okay, so you could go left 2. 2 days ago it rained 0 inches. Okay, that's one way that you could graph that. Okay, does anyone have another way that we could have graphed it? Did you forget everything that we've just been doing for 2 or 3 weeks? Molly. What? Okay. What would you use to do rise over run, Molly? What could you, okay, 2 over 1. Where, okay, okay, the other answer I'm looking for is you could have just used the equation, just how we just did on our test. You could have gone up 4, and then like Molly said, gone up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. Okay, either way that you graph it, using x or y intercepts or the equation, you'll get the same line. Okay, makes sense? Yes, okay. Okay, last problem. We're skipping the example about Lou eating cookies. Sorry, Lou. Okay, go to example 5. All right, instead we're going to make some money. This equation here represents the equation for how much money Kristen makes. Okay, what are your x and y variables? Jenna? Good. Day and money. Okay, x-intercept. Christina, where do I put 0? For x-intercept. Okay, when you say right, what does that mean? Okay, give me letters. Is that x or y? Okay, good. You put 0 in place of the y. So you write your equation. 6x minus 4 times 0 equals 12. The 4 times 0 cancels out, so you're left with 6x equals 12. Okay, so what does x equal then, Brett? No answer. Okay, Molly, what does x equal? Good, x equals 2. Okay, divide everything by 6, so your value is 2. What are your labels for that, Lou? Labels. Good. 2 days, $0. Melanie, what's the meaning of this x-intercept? Okay, good. After 2 days, Kristen has $0. Okay, last question is the y-intercept. Jake, where do I put 0? In place of the what? Not the x-intercept, but just in place of the x. Good. So you'd write 6 times 0 minus 4y equals 12. 6 times 0 cancels out. Divide everything by -4. What's your y-intercept then, Megan? Good. -3. You would label that day 0, -$3. Okay, go ahead and write the meaning of the y-intercept. Okay, meaning of the y-intercept. Go ahead, Chris. Okay, good. At day 0, don't put she has negative $3. Like, say what happened to it. She lost or she spent $3. Okay, last part. How do you graph it, Tara? You go over where? Okay, good. Go right 2 and up 0. That's days and dollars. And what's the other point, Jenna? Okay, good. Left and right 0, down 3. How else could I have graphed this if I didn't want to use the x and y intercepts? Go ahead, Tara. Okay, what would you have to do to the equation? Good. The other way would be take your equation, solve for y, and then graph it. It'll give you the same line. Okay, so x-intercepts. 0 goes in for what, guys? Y, and y-intercept, 0 goes in for x. Good. All right, homework, which you can start now. Page 21 and 22. Okay. It's the very last page in the green packet. Okay. On page 21 and 22, all that you're doing is you're just finding x and y intercepts. Okay. So every answer will have 2 ordered pairs. Okay, you can go ahead and get started.